Gear 10th crew, welcome back for another video. Today we're opening two of the One Piece card game Bandai collections. We have the premium card collection Best Selection number 1 or volume 1, and we're also opening the special good sets for the former 4 emperors. Both of these had to be placed on pre-order, which took forever and a half. I think I ordered these back in September of 2023, and we're at the end of May, and these just got here. But anyways, let's just get into it and see if the hype was worth it. Alright, so let's get started with the former 4 emperors. Pretty big box. This one is a couple of different products. There is a mat, there is a box, and there is a special card in here. Just get to see that in a minute. Let's get this open. Pull it right out. Okay, the waifu Big Mama, the Big Mom waifu for all you Big Mama enjoyers. Let's go. All right, but let's check it out. It's a Championship 2023 mat. These, I think you could only pre-order them while the championship was going on, and also took quite a while. I might be wrong. I think this one might have been up for a couple of pre-orders. Might still be up on the Bandai website, actually. Nope. I need to check on that, but I think they didn't ship it out for me until now because of the premium card collection. I did order them at the same time, and so that's probably why they came together. Okay, but let's give this a look. We have Kaido. Pretty good art, honestly. Kind of creepy. Those eyes. Daddy Shanks. Complete boss. We have Whitebeard, looking pretty sick. And Big Mom, looking pretty tasty. Huh? Anyways, I'll do a little bit of a panorama there to show you guys what it looks like laid out. It's pretty cool. I think even the size of it, it's a little bit bigger than the One Piece card game one that I have with Luffy here. But that is not the only thing that comes in here. In the back, we'll see that it includes a card and a box. Let's get those removed from the back and show them to you. Okay, here we go. Pretty good. We have the Edward Newgate leader. This is an alternate art of the OPO2 6 life 6k attacker Newgate. Let's take it out of the plastic and give it a better look. We'll put it into one of our penny sleeves as well. This tape is doing the Lord's work. Sheesh. We're gonna use the tab at the top. Be very careful. We're gonna try and preserve this one. I don't think we'll use it at all. I've never been a Whitebeard player, but the collector in me will appreciate this. I would say as far as alternate art cards go, definitely not one of the best, but for me, it's about the rarity of it. How it's the only way you can get it with the former 4 Emperors collection that you have up on Bandai. I'll have to see how much is going currently right now, if it's even kind of paying off for some of the cost of the mat and the box. Surely it is. This has to be a $30 to $40 card. And I believe Whitebeard has seen some comeback. I've seen some of the EBO1 Treasure Cup tournaments, and he's been popping up in the top 64. Not bad. For an OPO2 leader, very few have really stayed consistent throughout the game. I think there's also been a couple Zoros from OPO1, which is nice. It's nice to see that there's still players out there going against the meta and doing well. But yeah, let me know, fellas. Is this your kind of style? Is this the kind of Whitebeard you would want to have? Or are you more into the alternate art that came in the Paramount War box? And let's build ourselves a box. This is the first kind of card box holder that I have from One Piece. I've stored my cards in other boxes, but this is definitely the first one I have. And I think it came with instructions, but we're gonna wing it. I can do this, right? I can definitely do this. Before we put it together, let's give a look at the art. It's the same one from the playmat, just small. And then you have the map. You do also have kind of like a map design in the back with the One Piece card game logo. I'm not even sure that that is any One Piece canon canon map for the world. There's, from what I can see, too much land, not enough islands. And fit it into this slits. Okay, I think the inside part does actually matter. This is why you subscribe to the Gear 10th channel, fellas. Quality content, box building. All right, now it should go in. That's right. Wow, this is a pretty sturdy box, honestly. I think I might start keeping some cards in here. Maybe as we build more decks, a lot more of the rares, super rares, and maybe some alternate arts. Definitely one that we're gonna keep, one that would bring a lot of value. Gotta flex this one when we're out in locals. Yeah, so that's everything that comes in the special good set, the former 4 Emperors. Not a bad one, honestly. I think overall, pretty good value. But let's go into what is definitely a much better product in my opinion. The premium card collection, Best Selection Volume 1. I think that the printing of this actual Best Selection Volume 1 is to just be able to flex and have a much better rarity for some of the cards that maybe Bandai consider to be staple currently in the meta. It includes a lot of event cards that don't usually get alternate arts, which is something really nice to see. Okay, let's give this a look. One Piece card game, the premium card collection. You can see a couple of the arts already here in the front. We have Dadan, with Sabo there in the back, Luffy and Ace. Charlotte Amande, Nami. We always love a new alternate Nami. We have Kuma, Tsuru, and the purple Buena Festa. In the back, it includes a couple of all the other ones that are part of the set. You see there a couple of the events. Let's just get opening. Okay, fellas, check it out. There they are. The brand new 12 cards. All right, let's give a couple of these cards a look. We have Dadan, 2 cost, 3,000 power. Look up to 5 cards at the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 red character. And add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. OPO2, I don't remember this one being quite big, honestly. I thought it was the other. Isn't there another Dadan that's kind of better? Counter 1k. I can't remember. Clearly, I don't play enough red. But yeah, I think maybe in Whitebeard decks, maybe it makes a lot more sense. Maybe it's one of those cards that pairs a lot better with that Edward Newgate we just got. We have the very true staple 3 cost, 5,000 power Nami. One of the best alternate arts. God damn! Look at that, fellas. Shout out to the artist Oton, giving us one of the best film Namis I think we've ever had. On play and when attacking, cost of 1 Dawn. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 film card. This is one of those green Uta staples, which has been currently also doing really well in the EBO 1 meta. It's been performing much better than expected. I think in Europe, it might have won a Treasure Cup. Next, we have the Pacifista. Honestly, the foiling in these cards is insane. It's definitely a step up from your regular alternate arts or any of the other ones that come in the booster boxes. I don't think I've seen any that look this good. 4/6 Pacifista, vanilla card, counter 1k. I think this is one of the ones that pairs with Sentomaru, which lets you bring out Pacifistas from your hand. Or is it deck? Could be, yeah, STO3. STO3 was the 7 Warlords, right? We have Surger Buenafesta, 1 cost, 0 power, counter 2,000. On play, searches for film cards as well for anything that's purple. STO5, I think this one came with the Shanks, the film Shanks deck. Might have been around red at time, can't remember. But yeah, I don't think it's currently in the meta, so not sure that one will hold a lot of value, but definitely a very cool art. I've always been a huge fan of anything with a Denden Mushi on it, so that's a keep in my book. Tsuru, a staple in any black deck. I think that's how it goes usually. I know that Sakasuki uses Tsuru a lot, but with the ban incoming in June, I wonder if Tsuru will lose some of its value. Probably not, because I know that in OPO7, the CP0 Lucci comes in, and that one is also very popular. I've seen that it pops off in some of the Japanese meta. Charlotte Amande, I think primarily good because of the counter 2000. 3 cost, 3,000 power. You may trash 1 card with a trigger from hand. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Not quite sure that has much use, honestly. Characters with 2 or less, I think you might want to play something that reduces cost as well. So I don't think yellow does a lot of that. Am I tripping? I don't see a lot of value in that. And then moving into the 6 event cards, Radical Beam, another staple out of the red cards in any red deck. It's one of the most annoying cards in my opinion, but one of the better ones. Up to one of your leader characters gains 2,000 power. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, give it an extra 2,000. So pretty much late game, 1 cost, 4,000 power increase, trigger, counter. And then not only that, but add up to that a trigger, which can give you up to 1,000 power during the turn, which not that good, but if that's something you're pulling offhand, maybe it's the second to last attack and they can put up another 1,000, it's golden. We have then Blast Breath, which honestly, my favorite out of these event cards. Well, maybe not, because there's also the Boa Hancock, but that art is just insane looking. Just Kaido doing the Blast Breath. You can see in the back a little bit of the factory from Wano that he's built. And that foiling is just crazy. I don't know if it comes through on camera. Let me see if I can focus it well enough against the light. Yeah, I think a little bit. But you can see here that there's these sort of broken rings, and those seem to be textured. It almost looked like a bit of a fingerprint, but it's not. Amazing card. Counter, Dawn -1, up to one of your leader characters gains 4,000 power. You see, this one, I think it's the equivalent of Radical Beam, but the only problem is that it's a Dawn -1, which is part of Purple's style of play, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's also one of those really good cards. Paradise Waterfall. This is a card I think I'm gonna start messing around with a little bit more in the Yamato decks when OPO7 comes. 1 cost counter, up to one of your leader characters gains 2,000 power during this battle. Then you get to set up one of your characters as active. Pretty good if you have a character that you don't want them to get destroyed, or if you're looking to then get a blocker that you might have just used which survived. Definitely the play to go. If you're playing it in the green-yellow Yamato deck, I think it'll come good. I think it comes in quite good. Whoa. It's a card that comes in quite well paired with the 5 cost 6k blocker that is Momo. If you can block a 5k attack with that and then restand it, great play. Ice Age, I don't know if this is one of the staples for black decks. Is it in Sakazuki? I don't think I see that a lot, but definitely still a pretty good card. Give up to one of your opponent's -5 cost. This is something definitely that can help you get rid of some of those big bodies that your opponent might have put down, something like a Moria. If you're also playing some level of removal against them, pretty good to have. Love Mellow, 2 cost counter, up to one of your leaders or characters, gains 4,000 power, then you draw a card if you have 3 or less in your hand. Very much blue kind of play. I think pretty good card, but you just have to fall in love with that art. Does anything really compare with a good Boa Hancock card like this? Not really. But speaking of waifus, how about Thunderbolt? Again, not into Big Mama, but hey, for those of you that are, represent. Yellow 2 cost, activate during main. You may trash 1 card from the top of your life. Okay, up to one of your opponent's characters with 5 cost or less. And truly, I think the best part out of this card might actually just be the trigger. If you can pull this off trigger, you get it for free without having to trash 1 from your life. Technically, you took the hit, so same price, I guess. But yeah, I think this one does not see as much use as I think it should. But maybe we'll see it come back. Now with the OPOA purple yellow pudding, maybe has a little bit more use. That's it for the 2 collections that we got from Bandai. Did any of you guys experience as much of a delay getting these products? Were you able to get your hands on any of these? I know that these sold out, I think, within 30 minutes of being out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, hit that like, and watch this next video coming up right now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!